You're watching PTV.
Doesn't that look wonderfully refreshing? A luscious salad of juicy canned grapefruit sections from Florida. Delicious grapefruit sections are your best refresher course, morning, noon, night. That's because grapefruit sections from Florida are extra low in calories, extra high in the vital vitamin C you need every day. It's the easiest thing in the world to enjoy grapefruit sections, canned for your convenience. Serve them just as they come for a quick breakfast appetizer. As a lift at lunchtime, you'll love grapefruit sections in any of a dozen delicious salads. And for a satisfying low-calorie dessert, treat yourself to a tempting grapefruit cup instead of a heavy, rich dessert. Remember, grapefruit sections are the least expensive of all canned fruits and your best refresher course at any meal. So morning, noon, night, enjoy luscious grapefruit sections from Florida.
from the San Francisco Bay Area. It's time for PTV Live. And now, here are the stars of PTV Live: Arnie, Doug, Ben, and Sherry.
Yeah, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PTV Live. I'm Arnie.
I'm Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
And tonight it's a special night. We're going to be doing a Jell-O upside down cake. We have some guests with us. But before we get to there, Ben, Sherry, how are you doing? Well, you go ahead.
That was a stall.
Well, no, I'm tired. I got back from being with the kids this weekend for Jeff and Chrissy's little girl's 3rd birthday. But I actually went up to help Megan with the kids because Matt was in training and she had a project that she needed to get done. So I was working to take care of the kids, but then we're going back up again on Thursday to have the actual celebration for the 3-year-old's birthday.
Okay, we as in you and Tom?
Yeah.
Tom's going up on Thursday too?
Uh-huh.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't.
the
have
cat's
children
gone. The
yet.
mice can come out to play.
And what about his Saturday thing?
He had arranged to not be there.
All right, well.
So
Oh, great. Good for Tom.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
They
my weekend started very busy with work. Friday, I was working for 16 hours.
Woohoo!
Oh, really?
I was on my computer until midnight meeting a deadline.
Oh, man.
And, it's just part of the job. And every once in a while it creeps up. And when you're salary, that's part of the gig.
Yeah, I know. How
So
that
Saturday,
was.
I didn't open up my computer at all.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh,
And
my goodness.
I actually took the train up this last week, and it was very uneventful. Unlike
Thank goodness.
Nobody hacking up
Unlike one of
along.
Oh, Sherry, it's
No.
usually eventful, though. So
Yeah, usually someone screaming or yelling smells funny or hacking up a lung.
yeah, no, this one was
or removing clothing.
yeah, or removing.
Or yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, this one was very uneventful.
Oh, shucks.
Well, for a little touch of Christmas, we always check out where Chatty is, and he happens to be hanging around somewhere. So let's check it
Thorough,
out.
echoey room now. Thank you, Gene.
Yeah, Gene said nothing can top last week's show. Yeah, it's probably very true. So Chatty is in the living room now, and you can see him hanging out there on our little side table between the chairs.
That wall had 9 trees.
Yeah, that wall had nine trees there. Yeah, there were 9 trees there in that wall. So
So we did keep 1 tree that we decorate year round. That's off to the side where Winnie the Pooh is, onto the, well, you're zooming in and out. I'm getting nauseous.
okay, well,
If you go look over on the, is it the left-hand side of him?
it's the left-hand side. Yeah, here, let me go ahead and find
Yeah, this is our first iPhone.
right there. The little tree there underneath Ben and Sherry.
The little
Yeah, that's there. That's where we're going to be having our little holiday tree thing.
On March 19th or March 20th is when we'll decorate for Easter.
Yes.
Your Easter's tree.
Exactly.
With pastel lights and everything.
Yep. Chatty.
Okay.
So here we go.
Hey. And there's another.
Oh,
Yeah, it's part of the halo effect. We have on with us
Oh, these
the
people-
Velveteen Lounge
Yay.
Kitchen. And please, everyone, welcome Paul and Kelly to the show tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, Paul and Kelly. Tell us a little bit about the
Yes.
Velveteen Lounge Kitchen, please.
Well, let's see. We make a lot of cocktails on Wednesday evenings, and only on days that end with Y.
Yes. Other days I'm not doing it. Absolutely not.
Yes, vintage food sometimes.
We do that. We do a
Yes,
lot of
kitsch, lots of kitsch.
the air fryer is to my left when we're live, so I can easily just throw a little something in there and let it rip.
Oh,
and
like
it's-
spam?
Like spam.
like
Like
spam,
spam.
which
You
works
guys
Spam.
have
really
spam
well in
tree.
the air
That's
fryer.
good.
Yep.
Yes.
Definitely,
I know the spam tree was up at Christmas. That became the Valentine's Day tree,
Yep.
and it just got put away the other
Finally
day.
got put away.
So
These days.
yes, wah,
Praise
wah.
God.
But yes,
Summer's over.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're live, and we just have fun themes and talk about movies and music and
Start with the thing we usually end up
whatever.
talking about: music and movies and comic books and cartoons. It always
Yeah,
ends up with Johnny Quest.
I love it. They have a theme every Wednesday night, and it covers for about half an hour, and then suddenly it devolves into just almost anything, and you never know
Yes.
what's going to happen. It's great. I love the show.
And you guys were in
Anything goes.
costume the whole time. Every Wednesday, you wear you make a lot of your own clothes, right?
She
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
She does make a
I
lot
do.
of this.
So everything's themed. So Elvis is themed, and
Yeah.
I love. Yeah, you make all your own clothes.
Yeah, so Donna
Yeah.
dropped the link to your channel
Yeah,
there in the
awesome.
chat.
Oh,
So
thank
thank you,
you.
Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
appreciated.
So
Yeah.
Paul and Kelly, we deemed this year the year of Jell-O. So we've been doing a lot of experimentation with Jell-O so far this year, and tonight is no exception.
I'm gonna go fetch it.
Now, Paul and
Mhm.
Kelly, you will be making the same recipe and showing it on your show on Wednesday night, right?
Yes.
We'll be doing
Yes,
it.
we will.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a double
So-
dose, folks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we were kind of the guinea pigs of it, and we weren't sure if this was going to turn out. I told Doug we have to follow the recipe as it's written in the book, and he says
Yes.
it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
I thought it was gonna ooze. Here we go.
But there we go. This
Good
is
grief,
our
it worked.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Jell-O upside
Oh,
down
good.
cake.
Oh, look at that placement.
Yeah.
Those clean peaches.
It's beautiful.
So this is how it was made. We started with just a basic cake mix, and it called for egg whites, but we decided, you know what?
I'm not gonna separate egg yolks and egg whites with the price of eggs. I'm using the whole damn egg.
So we went
Hilarious.
ahead and did the whole thing, just as add the water, the oil, and 3 eggs to the recipe. And Doug went ahead and blended up. And the thing is that what was great about this cake is that anyone can bake a cake mix. They're so easy. Ben,
Yeah.
I bet you could even do this yourself.
I've done cake mixes before.
Yeah, he
I'm
has.
not that challenged.
And then we poured it into two cake pans. One is a 2-inch cake pan. The other is a 3-inch. We used the 3-inch cake pan for our ultimate recipe. So there's Doug baking them. It was about probably in the oven about 24 minutes for baking. Then we started making the Jell-O, and we used raspberry with peaches. We're not sure how that flavor combination is going to turn out. I think it's going to be okay. But it said we had to drain the peaches, reserve the water or reserve the liquid, which is usually heavy syrup, but it's just,
Yeah.
fruit juice. And then, we mix the juice and we add that fruit juice to the mixture. And then we just throw the Jell-O into the refrigerator to chill. It chilled about, I would say, an hour and a half. Then Doug removed the cake from the removable bottom, which made it very easy to do the cake. And that's the recipe book that we have, the cookbook. And the gel is kind of slightly gelatinized, but you start by laying the peaches in the bottom of your pan, and then you take the Jell-O and you pour in about a cup and a quarter to just barely cover the peaches. Once you're done with that, you take your cake and you put that cake on top, and then whatever Jell-O is left over, you just pour on top.
So
Oh my
it's like
God.
more cake than Jell-O. It's really super thin.
So
Oh
and then
my gosh.
of course you just have to thank you. Of course you just have to chill it.
Did I see a bottle of brown sauce in your refrigerator?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, there is a bottle of
I got a little dollop
HP brown sauce there. But this is This is the cake. I'll present camera so
Yeah,
that you can.
your
Yeah,
side.
please do.
The bottom kind of didn't.
So there's
It's
Jell-O.
a thin layer of
There's
Jell-O.
Jell-O on the bottom,
Wait there.
Jell-O on top, cake in between.
Yeah, the Jell-O on the bottom,
You know-
which was non-existent. I should have cut down the cake,
A
but
suggestion
The
is to
shape-
serve it with whipped cream.
The shape of the cake kind of gives it like a little leaning house feature from the 50s.
Yeah.
So it kind of
Little
goes with the
skinny-
cake.
Yeah.
Leaning
the-
ranch
That's
with
almost
music.
like, it's almost like a poke cake.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
poke
the
cake.
most. This is the best thing I've ever eaten.
Oh my gosh.
It
Oh, wow.
looks good.
Oh, wow. It
looks
works.
delicious.
It works.
Does the
It
raspberry
is-
work with the peaches?
Yeah, you can do. It said any flavor. So there's we just used raspberry because we did orange last time.
Yeah, but we went with raspberry this time. I wasn't sure how it was going to pair with the peaches.
Oh, this is
But it's
awesome.
really
The
nice.
raspberry with
And-
the peaches.
I
on
mean,
this cake.
and you can't go wrong with a
Uh-uh.
Duncan Hines cake mix.
Yeah.
Arnie,
Exactly.
is it like a poke cake with the peaches?
It's kind of got that same flavor consistency, except that you don't get the liquid Jell-O within the cake itself.
The Jell-O,
Yeah.
when you put the hot Jell-O in the cake, you're just moistening up the cake. This is literally the jiggly Jell-O, and you have cake with it. It is so good.
Okay.
I'm excited. It
Jiggle
looks
cake.
really good.
Rachel, what I will do is I will go ahead and post a picture of the recipe on our social media. You'll see it on Blue Sky, on Instagram, and then it'll probably also end up on Facebook.
It
Under-
is so good.
You'll find us there at Pepper Tree Villa. So yeah, this recipe actually is a definite winner. It surprises
Very
me.
thin layer of Jell-O, so it's not like you're only using the 3 ounces.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really surprised me
Mm.
that it's as good as it is.
It is really good.
So do you want to do the overhead cam and we'll show ours and then I can serve it up?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have another piece tonight.
Thanks.
Here, let me go ahead and change it so you can show the overhead here on your right there.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's a bunt.
This
This
one is actually an old Tupperware mold.
Mm.
So, it's the green one that has the center that comes out, and once you undo the top, it just
Why is
plops out.
Of course,
Yeah.
Paul and Kelly are going to know about that.
Oh, who
This-
doesn't?
Yeah, I think we have one.
Yes.
This is
Maybe.
peach Jell-O. It's peach Jell-O, and we use this for Thanksgiving every year. And what I do is it is 1 29-ounce can
Yeah.
of peaches, and you drain them, but you reserve 3/4 of a cup of the juice, and then you put in a block of cream cheese and the peaches into a blender with the juice and blend it until it's real smooth. And then you mix the 6-ounce box of Jell-O with 2 cups of hot water, and then mix it all together and put it in your mold.
There we go.
That sounds
And is
great.
it orange? Is it an orange gelatin?
It's peach.
It's a peach gelatin with peaches.
They don't make
It's peach-
peach Jell-O.
yeah, they
yes,
do.
yes, they do. You just have to know where to find it.
We can't get it at the Frugal Hoosier.
I looked on the interwebs and I didn't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna give that interwebs a Dougism.
I didn't know. I didn't know they made peach
Yep.
flavored Jell-O.
They do. I bought
Oh.
like 3 or 4 boxes of it at Safeway when they had it.
Oh, because there was no there. I got all the flavors and there was no peach.
Now,
Sherry, that one really turned
I
out
didn't
nice.
have any fruit. I didn't have any fruit with my lunch, so I'm looking forward to this.
There you go.
Oh, this is
There you
so
go.
good.
Your nutrition.
The all peach
Oh.
diet.
Vitamin C.
I do love this stuff.
It's peaches.
It's
To
a good
me, that's
recipe.
Yeah.
that's
Ugh.
childhood to me.
Yeah, you guys
Mhm.
it's every Thanksgiving religiously, and then when I grew up, we have what's heavenly Jell-O. It's the lime Jell-O with walnuts, pineapple, and maraschino cherries in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you-
Well, this one, to give you an
I think
idea
you guys
of
made
how
that once back in the day. Paul and Kelly did.
to give you an
Makes
idea
things-
how big Mom used to make this, she would use 3 6-ounce 3 6-ounce boxes of Jell-O and 3 blocks of cream cheese when she
Wow.
would make it,
Yeah.
because she was feeding an army. So
Yeah.
It's a church Jell-O.
Did
It
you?
really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, this stuff. Oh, you know what?
My mom makes that stuff every year at Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's you have to have a Jell-O at
See,
Thanksgiving.
usually when Doug makes something like this, he says, "Do you want to just take it to Mark Twain?" Which is the name of our lunchroom at my office.
It's where I don't want anything. I said, "Can you take this to Mark Twain? It's where we just want stuff to go, and the vultures will eat it."
Yes.
Exactly.
You could put
Yes.
chocolate covered kibble out, and they'll be gone in a half hour.
I might have done this at my office.
Yes, you need an office where if you just want to pawn things off, or if it's like, ugh, I'm done with this, take it to work.
Pete says the acid in the fruit may chase away kidney stones. So,
Oh, I'm glad you guys all loved my show and my harrowing and very frightful experience of the beginning of the year where that was my gift that I had to have, and it was, like I said, 30 days. And when you say that I wouldn't even wish this on my worst enemy. Well, actually, I would. I have some enemies that I would wish this on. I want them to experience kidney stone pain. So it's pain. We were at the Frugal Hoosier, which we call Winco, a couple nights ago, and I'm in the onion bin picking out my yellow onions, and there was a gal next to me, sweet gal, and something, she just bent it over and she's like, ow, and I'm like, oh, I know, I hear about, I understand, I get your aches and pains. And she immediately went around and said, oh, after 50 everything just falls the HI, TCH. And I'm like, oh my God, I turned 50 this past May, and the beginning of this year, I had a kidney stone. And she looked at me and she put her hand on me and she went, honey, I gave birth and I had a kidney stone. I would give birth more than having the kidney stone. It was worse than giving birth. And we're going through the onions, picking out the onions that we want, and we're just bantering back and forth about all our aches and pains. So that was my, sharing the. She was really nice.
He's had some very nice bonding moments with just average people anywhere. So.
She goes, I had both. No, kidney stones are worse than giving birth. I said that
I have
to
to
people.
say though, Doug, I'm 69 and it's just been my knee that was giving me problems with that torn ACL.
No.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh no, my body knew when I was conceived that everything is supposed to go downhill after 50. After 50, we're gonna give you pinched nerves. We're gonna give you a bad back. You're gonna get cracked knees. Well, insomnia, kidney stones. Oh yeah, you're gonna get it all, and your hair falling out. Oh, this happened well before 50. But yeah, that was my thing. So.
Well, I'd like to thank Paul and Kelly. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us about
your favorite Jell-O experience?
And then also on Wednesday night, what you do?
On Facebook?
Oh, well, we made a Jell-O, a long time ago, it was lime Jell-O, and it had hard-boiled eggs in it. Don't do that. It was so awful.
Oh,
It could be bad. It could be bad.
I recall actually tasting this at the time because you make it, I'll try it. I'll try anything. And I remember thinking, it's not the worst thing I've ever had. And that is the best I could have said about it. So, yeah, it was pretty weird.
The worst thing I've ever had is jellied consomme.
No. Yeah.
Jell-O consomme?
Jellied consomme. It's like beef Jell-O.
Beef Jell-O.
It's like
delicious.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh my word!
Yeah, I've seen that too. I've tasted that too, and it's not for the faint of heart. Let me put it that way.
And the person I was with was like his favorite thing on earth, so he was so mad at me that I didn't love it.
You got to try
I couldn't get it down. It was so bad. I was like, here, you can have mine.
Yeah.
We have a question from our village. Paul Eichenlove's asking, Paul and Kelly, did you have kidney stones?
Never.
We have not had that.
Not yet.
Have
No,
not.
knock on wood.
Have not had the
Knock on
pleasure.
wood.
I'm just going to
Oh
say.
yeah,
What happened.
no, it's
And there's Kalaka Boy would like to wish you, Paul and Kelly, a happy Mardi
Oh,
Gras.
boy.
yes.
Happy
tomorrow's-
Mardi Gras to you too.
Mardi Gras to you.
Tomorrow's Fat Tuesday. Yeah, the whole king cake and the whole Tuesday. Oh yeah,
So
it's a busy week.
Our friend
Yep.
Jim will be doing he'll be doing the
He'll be talking about Mardi Gras.
he will.
Yeah, Tom's making 2 king cakes for our Bible study tomorrow night.
Oh, it's a
Oh, wow.
big old day of debauchery.
Yep, he's doing the regular yeasted raised dough king cake, and then he's doing a bundt king cake that he tried this weekend. It's beautiful, but he baked it a little too long.
Did you get a scale? And so he weighs his flour and doesn't measure it?
Doug,
Oh.
Half the flour winds up on the floor.
and the way he measures flour, I keep telling him, I said, Tom, it's going to come out dense, because he'll take the cup, he'll scoop the flour into it, and then he goes like this on the side of the counter to pack it down, and then puts more flour in it. I said, no wonder your stuff comes out dense.
Let him.
That just gives me a anxiety and a panic attack.
I'd like to say hello to
His
Jim.
daughter too.
Can we get some more sunshine, please?
Another
There is
friend
Jim.
in Florida.
Our friend.
We have some people in New York that follow us, and
Yes.
Philadelphia and Florida are. It seems like that's where all over, but it seems like everybody's in Canada.
Oh yeah.
Or in Florida or
The
New
East,
York.
the East Coast, New Jersey, a lot of people there too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Did you see what Donna just put in?
It was so gross, Jeannie. The herring and tomatoes suspended in clear Jell-O, just yuck.
Oh.
Lord.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's worse, the consomme or something like that.
Sounds
Do you
like a
have
bad
a picture to
Swedish
show Paul and
smorgasbord.
Kelly? The Jell-O,
Boy.
the mold,
Jellied sardines.
circa
Oh,
1620.
That can
Oh.
be chilled.
Oh.
Can you do that real quick? We got to show you one more thing.
Oh, I
Please.
did.
That's what we're here
Did I
for.
put it there?
It should be on your folder.
I know you gave it to me, but let me find it.
We got to show this.
I am so sorry, everyone. I forgot to add that to the little.
Done.
Yeah.
What are we
Files.
looking at?
Well, it's just a little quick thing that Doug wanted to show. So
It's he's putting in his
Is it a-
NASA.
there it is.
Oh,
Jeez.
it is. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yes, behold the sacred Jell-O.
That's
Circa
fantastic.
1620. I had to do that, and I'm kind of glad you guys were here live because I didn't want to like text or email it. It was like that was it. So,
Well, Paul Kelly, I'd like to thank you
Yeah,
so much for
such
joining
a
us tonight.
pleasure.
And
looking forward to Wednesday.
I am looking so forward to Wednesday. We will be watching definitely, and
Wish us luck with the
Yeah.
Jell-O.
yeah, they're making the same recipe. So everyone join them on Wednesday night on the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You're not going to want to miss it.
And the theme is Mardi Gras. What's this theme?
More
That's-
joys of what? Wrong side. More joys of Jell-O on Wednesday, folks. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic!
Good.
Fantastic!
Great.
That book is it's a true page turner, by the way.
Oh, that's smart.
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately, there's Jell-Os you can't make out of it because they don't make it anymore. But it's a true page turner.
Yeah.
I still have
Indeed.
mom's recipe book of Jell-O.
Yeah.
And it's funny to go through it and see all of her notes on checking off the ones that she had done that she liked, but none of the savory ones were ever checked off.
Oh,
Shock.
shocker. Shocker indeed.
What's the theme for Wednesday besides the Jell-O? What's your theme?
It's Jell-O. That's our theme.
Jell-O. Okay.
Nice.
Wonderful. Awesome.
Yeah.
The joys of Jell-O.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
Joys
Looking
of
forward to
Jell-O.
it.
Yes.
Really
Joys
looking
of
forward
Jell-O.
to it. Thank you so
Awesome.
much. We will see
Oh,
you.
thank you. Yeah, we'll
Thank
see you
you.
Thank
Wednesday.
you, guys. We'll see you
Okay.
Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Amen, folks.
we'll be right back after this break. You're
We'll have a
watching.
cocktail.
We'll make a cocktail. Yeah. Everyone, you're watching PTV Live. We'll be right back.
Jell-O.
When a big cake is too much,
Make someone happy.
with Stir and Frost.
You and Betty Crocker can make someone happy.
For all those times when a big cake is too much, Stir and Frost comes complete with cake mix frosting in its own pan.
Go directly to jail.
Here, enjoy yourself.
With Stir and Frost,
You and Betty Crocker can make someone happy.
Everyone, welcome to the show tonight. It is great to see you all here. We have Sherry back by popular demand for crafting.
I have to tell you, my people will be talking to your people for my new contract.
I just pulled
After last week, I think I need a new contract.
Hey, I think everybody liked mummified monkeys, old nuclear warheads, and maggots in an airplane.
No, the maggots is the one that everyone was saying.
You derailed the show with that. I was watching, I was cackling.
I was trying to find a recipe for monkey bread to see how much monkey I would need. But I don't know.
Oh, I want Punchki too. Jim says that you can have your Jell-O and Stir and Frost, but I have to be enjoying Punchki tomorrow.
I made Stir and Frost so much as a kid. I hoarded so much of that and Jiffy cake mixes. I just always liked making my own little cake. Like, screw the easy egg oven. I had the real thing. I cooked really at a young age. The Stir and Frost.
They're easy. You just you threw it in the microwave?
No, you put it in the
Oh,
oven.
you did it.
And make a little
No. Aren't you're talking about the cake in a mug thing with the microwave? Even I can make those.
Yeah,
that's true.
The cooking, you just got to get it just right. We've done the cake in the mug a couple of times, and I'm like,
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, you know what? Usually when we start the show, we mix a cocktail, but I thought, you know what? Let's have Paul and Kelly on so that everyone can see who they are and what they're going to be doing. But
there's a couple channels that we're going through. So with Paul and Kelly was first, then we have a couple other ones lined up.
Yeah, Let's Celebrate TV will be joining us in a few weeks. Also for another collaboration on Jell-O.
And then Donna, I think, is next.
Just like the Velveteen Lounge Kitchen and Let's Celebrate TV, they always open with mixing a cocktail. So let's make a cocktail.
Cake.
Okay, hit or miss. This is going to only pop in quick tonight. Just saying hi. Thank you, Daniela. We are making an Irish buck tonight. It's
Okay, so we watch a video called Weird History Food. They're on YouTube. They just do these weird history, and they did ginger ale this past week.
Yeah. So Doug wanted something that was inspired by ginger ale, as well as with St. Patrick's Day approaching, we thought, you know what? Let's do something with whiskey.
It doesn't have Bailey's in it.
No. Here. No Bailey's in this.
Oh, Arnie, can you? Yeah, Anna Maria is a coworker of mine. Hi, Anna Maria.
Hi, Anna Maria. Thank you for joining.
What is an Anna Maria?
A coworker.
Who are you?
Well, let's go ahead and do the cocktail cam. It's an Irish buck we're mixing. So I'm going to start by putting ice in both glasses. Since this is a pour drink, you don't have to mix this in a cocktail shaker.
Don't have to make a mess.
And
your hands clean?
Yes, my hands are clean.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start by putting in 1.5 ounces of whiskey in each glass. And this is a Glenfiddich Special Reserve.
I don't know where it came from.
Someone gave this bottle to us.
Or we inherited it.
Yeah, it's possible, but
there was some bequeathing of alcohol.
Just opened it today.
How long have you had it?
I don't know. It's either was given to us or was bequeathed to us in 2022.
But this
you
is
got to remember there was a lot of that was bequeathed to us.
This is a pour over drink.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to shake it up and anything.
No, you don't. And then you pour in 1/4 ounce of lime juice, and
actually smells
this is
pretty good.
Yeah, this is fresh squeezed lime that I just have here in our little measuring cup. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of that there.
Make sure there's no goo for ants.
Yeah.
Will.
And I have 1/4 ounce there. Okay. Then you top off with good old ginger ale. In this case, we have a can of Canada Dry. And it says 2 ounces, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and pour it in.
That's enough. I'll see if I want more. That's enough.
Okay.
Did you put the lime juice in?
Yeah, lime juice is in. I'll give you a straw, and I'll take a straw, and you can just mix it.
A sissy cipher.
We'll give you a Dougism.
Okay.
I don't know why he calls it that.
My father.
Your father.
My father.
He called it a sissy cipher. Okay. Let me go ahead and mix this up.
If I need more ginger ale. Let's taste. I need something.
Okay, I'll give you some more ginger ale. It's whiskey. Of course it needs something.
Yeah. It's weird.
There you go.
It needs something.
Whiskey is not for the faint of heart.
Now it just tastes like ginger ale.
Oh, Doug's not happy tonight with the drink.
Well, we've never made this before. I get the hint of
whiskey.
Get the hint of whiskey.
I probably should have tasted that.
And there's barely any. I don't really catch the lime juice in it. Maybe it's because of the ginger ale.
Well, let's just say, who's this? The Irish buck? Buck, you failed. I'm just gonna drink it. It's just ginger ale now, but yeah.
Well, we have our. Oh,
Buck is not Irish in this.
Yeah, Scotch is very different. We were going to split hairs because we didn't have any Irish whiskey on the bar.
No.
So you could actually call this one probably a Scotch buck.
Well, the picture, it was brown, so they used Kentucky bourbon whiskey. So,
but you know, I'm going to split hairs about that.
We're going to like, what do we have?
But we do have our regular order right now. We're going to show you
what
Benji.
I think whiskey tastes like a 2x4.
When I first tasted it, I'm not trying to say I eat a wet sock, but it had that musty, like a wet towel. You know how you get a towel when you're a kid and you sucked on a wet towel or a wet rag? That's what it tastes like. It tastes like a wet rag or a wet paper towel. Or a sock or whatever you want you're into. I don't care.
Let's talk about the movie.
Okay, let's do a movie review. Oh my goodness, there it is.
Booze.
There's our Doug.
Sounds like a winner from here.
Booze bequeathing sounds like a winner from here.
I literally, a dear friend said, take it all. And I'm like, ooh. Let's just say we had to hide everything in the back seat because if you drove by, a cop would say the back seat would be full of booze.
Okay, these comments are great tonight. From Jell-O to wet socks.
Oh, wet paper towel or it was nailed. That's why I needed more ginger ale.
Yeah, he's right. We do need a training whiskey.
Yeah.
I will start with Seagram's. Thank you.
All I like is rum. But we have like 6, 7 different bottles of rum.
Okay, so this past weekend, Hallmark started their Royal Weekends for the month of March. I think it's 3 weekends that they're going to be doing this. The first one is called The Royal We, when her older sister elopes with a non-royal Princess Bee who has lived her life away from her royal duties, in Boston by chance, must now step in and honor the arranged marriage to a small kingdom prince. This one stars Mallory Jansen and Charlie Carrick, which I'm not really a fan of the royal films per se. I mean, I'm not like jumping up and down saying, "Ooh, we get another royal movie."
We have to choke down another royal movie from Hallmark.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
But in this case, this one was a pleasant surprise. We found it charming. We found it delightful. The chemistry that they had together worked very well. The writing was witty and biting at times. But the setting, I love the setting that they had in Boston, especially. You remember when they went to the pizza place?
Yes, the pizza place.
Right next there was the bowling alley.
That whole thing, and he ended up being bowling. I love the cheap Disneyland cardboard ticket booths as the guardhouse. That was great.
Yeah. Mallory, she played a wonderful princess. I just absolutely loved her.
Like she goes in and she talks some French and then she hangs up.
But I say, Ben pointed this out to me. Miss Hargraves, her bestie, her best friend in Boston, I think really much stole the scenes when she was on screen.
They needed her. It actually worked.
Yeah.
Her friend kind of tagging along. It just, everything worked. There was just enough characters there. Yeah. Mallory's right. It was very, very delight. I was engaged the whole time. It went fast.
Sherry, did you watch the film?
I watched it last night. After I went to bed, actually, and I actually stayed up to watch it. It had me hooked from the very beginning.
Yeah, it's a great watch. It is a really great watch.
Is.
But according to Arnie, at the end, when they were discussing the wedding plans and the dinners and all that, those were Easter eggs for the movies that are coming up over the next couple of weeks.
If you stuck around to the very end of the film, they were talking about the seating arrangements at their reception, right? And then
all the
suddenly
pictures.
They mentioned other royals that were being invited to the wedding. And then when you saw that, up popped a picture of Andrew Walker, who is starring in the film
Reluctant Royal.
The Reluctant Royal.
Yeah.
He's gonna be going to this wedding, and then so when they were doing more seating planning, he's like, okay, what about her? And he's like, that's a royal that is going out with a princess from a theme park.
Yes, the princess from a theme park is played by Nicole Sakura. You know her as Cheyenne on Superstore. So she is
going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to all 3 of these.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to her performance because I always enjoy Nicole. She's a fun watch.
I noticed Andrew Walker pop up, but I didn't pay attention.
So you didn't put 2 and 2 together?
No, I didn't.
Because he's the pain that he's a pain.
I knew he was. When I first saw it, I thought it was an ad for his upcoming movie, but then I realized it wasn't, that he was part of the movie. But it took me a while to connect.
There you go. Christy, I absolutely recommend you go back and watch this because it will also tie into the other 2 movies.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun. It's going to be. I think it's a fun series.
Yeah, I do too.
I think so too. It's now playing on Hallmark Plus if you missed it on Hallmark Channel, or if you happen to have Friendly, you can also go back and record it from Saturday night. You have just a few more hours that you'd be able to do that.
But I would to make a comment on a lot of these.
But yeah, maybe
the thing about
it's an HRU, the Hallmark Royal Universe.
Yeah. They're making these 3. The one thing I liked about this one, I mean, the costumes were spot on, but it was like the 2 got together and there was no animosity and there was no king and queen back home being a real, you-know-what. Really overbearing and nasty.
I loved the way that her friend, when the 2 kings were arguing, her friend said, "Yep, we need an intervention."
Yeah. Can we get a whiteboard in here?
Yeah, get a whiteboard.
No whiteboard.
She did her whole thing, and then the two kings came in. But it wasn't that overbearing king. It was all up in this old world crap.
Yeah.
And,
I loved how they were able to go back and remember what had made them friends in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was all because they were told by their great-grandparents they couldn't do it. And they realized, this is stupid.
There's
a 300-year-old feud.
There is also another wonderful moment toward the very end of the film when these random people get an invitation to a royal wedding in the mail.
Yes.
And it turns out that they were the couple that played bowling with the royals. They didn't know that they were royal. They
First-class airline tickets to go to a royal wedding. They're like, what do we get? How do we get it?
Well, and see that kind of was a disconnect for me at the very beginning, because all of a sudden I'm seeing this couple and go, wait a minute, this isn't part of the movie. And then they open up the invitation, and then it dawned on me, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to actually go back and watch this one again.
I think
I really enjoyed it. Ben, what did you score out of 10 gold crowns? What did you rate it?
I gave it a good 8.
Sherry.
I thought it was a great movie. Probably one of those films that I would go back and watch again, but I want to see the other movies tied into it to see how well the storyline interweaves with everything.
I gave it an 8.5.
Okay. Doug.
9. I loved it.
And I gave it an 8 as well. I loved it. And it looks like our Hallmark savant, Paul Eichenlaub, thought it was a good royal movie, but it might be hard to get the whole month of royal for Ben Burritos. So 8 gold crowns on our scale.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're in agreement. This was definitely one that we recommend. We can say very easily, you want to watch this one.
It wasn't typical Hallmark royal-ish. That's where it was very... They've been doing that for like 10 years. They kind of... They're spicing it up. They're changing it. Because when we hear royal, we're like, oh.
I don't want to jinx it, but ever since the end of Christmas, every year, we dread going into regular Hallmark movies and their rotations. Whereas this year, some committee at Hallmark Channel got together and said, you know what, we need to get better at this because we have a lot of bad press on some of these movies. We need to make them better. So of all the movies that they've shown since the beginning in January, I would say there's only one that I couldn't recommend.
Yeah.
And that was the one that was Antarctica.
Polar Opposites, starring Rhiannon Fish, which was...
I was dealing with a kidney stone and constipation that day, so I am so glad I didn't see it. I wasn't going to see it anyway, but I told you it was going to be a horrible movie.
Yeah.
You know what? If you had watched it, it may have made everything come out.
No, I would use a lot of colorful language.
But yeah, I agree with Paul. Lovey-Wary was a good one this year.
It was Lovey-Wary, and it looks like they're going to have a good royal weekend.
Last year, they did a very good Lovey-Wary with the Jane Austen films that they had. I really enjoyed most of those. So I thought, yeah, it's good.
John is passing against his resume.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, Daniela, please let us know. Please give our best to John.
Oh, so sorry.
Oh,
man.
Oh,
I know I put the energy out to people because I was just, I was saying this when I was going through it, and I was really high in drugs when I was at the hospital the second time. That you know how you hear those quotes that, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I would. There's some enemies out there I would wish this on it so bad, but I don't wish it on you because I know. So,
well.
Sorry.
Daniela and John are from Canada.
They are from Canada. Give them some Canadian love.
Yeah, let's do a taste to Canada. Tonight we're going to be trying these gummies. They're called Maynard's Wine Gums. It's a very colorful package. And wine gums, yeah.
It looks like edibles.
But they're all interesting shapes, too.
Yeah, they're all interesting shapes. They have words on them, I guess.
Are they different flavors?
I got something that looks yellowy. Of course,
I
mine
took a
always looks
green
like
one.
pea.
I took a red one.
Yeah, this says
There you
Hawk M. It's a red one, and it
smells
says
like
Hawk M
vinegar.
on it.
What does mine say? I can't even
Oh, it does
see.
smell like vinegar.
They smell like vinegar.
Could they have turned?
It smells like feet. I mean,
Yours says Maynard's.
No, it smells like vinegar.
It does. It smells like vinegar.
I'm sorry. Sorry, these are gross.
Doug does not like his.
Either it's the flavor.
It could be the flavor. Maybe
The red one's not bad.
Now Lee says that
my
her favorite is port. Let me see if
Wine. I probably got champagne. It was gross. I want the red one. Is this the one that's port? This doesn't smell vile.
Mine was a long red one.
There's some dark woods too.
Gene, I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of gummies. I know there are a lot of people who love their gummies. I'm more of a chocolate person, chocolate and peanut butter and caramel.
What are the orange ones?
I'm not sure, but
the red one doesn't taste like anything. It just tastes like gum.
Yeah, the red one is just
this orange. Well, this orange one that is shaped like a diamond says port on it.
okay. That may be the one. That might be the one that Lee is talking about.
No, the green ones. I have a green one.
Yours was the round one?
Yeah, and it just tastes like sweet.
Okay.
That one says Hawk.
Yeah, I think I've
What
gotten
is it?
I think I've gotten enough out of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying this one too. It tastes really weird.
Smells like vinegar, tastes like crap. Thanks, Canada.
I mean,
Could it be that they were a little stale?
no,
No, it's not that.
The port is good.
Which one is the port?
Thank you, Donna. Thank you for verifying
She
that.
got a subscription box. She wasn't a huge fan of them.
Yeah,
This is the port one.
It's the diamond shaped orange one.
We'll try that.
I did the red one, the round, practically purple one.
Oh, you know what? The port
This one's really good.
This one's good. The port one's
Yeah.
good.
The port one is very
The
good.
one that's really
Lee-
long and yellow.
Lee, thank you very much.
That's
the port
nasty.
one is good.
This one's nasty. The one I first tried, that was gross.
Matt says take them back to Trader Joe's.
Again, these were gifted to us, so we have a lot of gifted Canadian stuff.
Well,
you know, years ago when we did some of our tasting shows, there was a whole thing of this is going back to Trader Joe's. You need to isolate that sound and have it on your little keypad ready to go.
You know
I
what?
need my little hands, my Mickey hands.
Yeah, he does need his Mickey hands. Okay,
Okay.
we're going to do a little cleanup here, but
Yeah.
we'll be right back. You're watching PTV Live. We'll be back with a wonderful creative crafting moment with Sherry.
You're gonna make it after all.
You're watching PTV.
Presenting 8-calorie desserts. The 8-calorie cookie. The 8-calorie ice cream scoop. the 8-calorie candy bar, or an entire dessert that's only 8 calories. Delicious sugar-free Jell-O gelatin with 100% NutraSweet. With only 8 calories per serving, you can enjoy a whole luscious dessert instead of just a bite. There's always room for sugar-free Jell-O.
Appreciate.
Did you like that 8-calorie cookie? So I found commercials that one was a cake, one was a Jell-O, and one was canned fruit. I got burps. Oh. Yeah, that's the Canadian dry with whiskey. Don't try it. Not happening. I don't know if I'm going to finish this.
Oh, what a night for him to join. Hello, Dougie. Waltograms from over the pond.
Wow. Yeah, he's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Dougie. So sugar-free Jell-O. Yeah, you know what? I don't eat that stuff.
No, there's a thing that just eat less, make a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Because there's something about, and they don't make NutraSweet anymore.
Now,
I mean,
Ben,
that's kind of done.
This last week you were you went to Chili's and you did the 3 for Me special. Richard did that because apparently your mom is his mom is a huge fan of your show. And
that's what I understand.
And so he had to take her to Chili's because of your video. And he recommends the sandwich. He said it was great.
The chicken actually looked really huge. I mean, I was pretty impressed.
It's like big. I couldn't even finish the sandwich. It was that big.
Wow. Okay.
And it traveled. That's my only problem is when you take this stuff and it travels. You get sweaty. Fries.
No, they weren't bad. The fries were a little
dead.
They were a little dead, but I mean, we could have crisped them up in the air fryer if I wanted to, but we were just so hungry that night that we just chowed down what we could.
I made him spit out water because Ben's eating, and right when he takes his first bite, I'm like, oh, I bet it tastes like salt.
It was the soup.
The soup. Ben's eating his potato soup. And when I was watching Ben, I just made a comment out loud because I was watching Ben. And I said, oh, God, that soup probably just tastes like salt. And Ben says something, and he's like, and immediately he says, yeah, there's like a lot of salt in it. He remembers it and spits out laughing because he just heard me say, oh, God, that tastes like salt. And then out of the blue, the TV just said, yeah, this tastes like salt. And it was just, you had to be there.
Well, the enchilada soup didn't have a lot of salt in it.
Oh, that potato thing just looked like liquid
well, it was
salt.
salty. It was tasty, but it was a little too salty. And according to Richard, the enchilada soup was just meh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it did need a little salt.
Yeah, soups when you get these store-boughts and different ones.
Now, I'm seeing this comment directed directly at Waltograms. This does contain some Scotch whiskey, so you'll be happy about that.
I don't advise it with Canadian ginger ale. The Scottish, and the Canadians. This is not working today.
Okay. Well, as promised, it's time for craft time. So let's get to it. Okay.
Oh, is everybody talking about everything falls to crap or when they turn to 50? I'm fighting it. I really am fighting it, but some genetics, some things are just not letting me go.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we get started, I wanted to tell everybody I picked up 6 dozen of these eggs at Hobby Lobby. They're crafting eggs. They're $2.99 a dozen, but they're 40% off. And with the price of eggs the way they are, I didn't want real eggs for Easter this year to die to have a egg hunt for my grandkids. So I got these. So I'll be dyeing these in there's 2 ways I'm going to do it. One is with shaving cream and food coloring in it, and you just kind of blend it around in the shaving cream, and then you roll these in it, and then take them out and let them sit, and then wipe them off, and they're
It just sounds like a mess.
The other way I'm going to do it is I'm going to have the kids get markers and just randomly draw colors on coffee filters. And then you wrap the coffee filter around the egg and spritz it with water and let them dry. And then you take the paper off and you've got this marbly looking colored egg. So maybe I'll do that with us one night.
Dude,
At any
you
rate,
guys want like hard-boiled eggs to eat? Or is it just more the decorating?
No, we'll have some to eat. But I was not going to go and buy
6 dozen eggs just to have them.
I mean, Jeff went to Costco to get eggs, and they were out of the packages that he gets, which are the smaller ones. They did have the 5 dozen eggs, so he asked Megan if she wanted some. It was $18 for 5 dozen eggs.
That's really nothing.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
We paid $11.99 for 18.
That's $3.60 a dozen.
Yeah.
Megan's been getting her Trader Joe's because they're $4.99 a dozen at Trader Joe's.
I mean, we get it. I mean, we just buy it. I mean, because we eat eggs, and it's a cheap, to us, still a cheap protein, and we still have our egg stuff, and we need it to baking. So, I mean, we're grateful that we have access to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, tonight I'm going to do a simple St. Patrick's Day craft because I wasn't going to be home today to do any prepping. And this is something that you could stick on a table or in a little corner. But what I did was I bought one of these pots from Hobby Lobby. It's a ceramic St. Patrick's Day pot. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a shamrock on it. But they were all chipped. Let's see if you can. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
They were all chipped, and I got the one that had the least amount of chip, and it's right here. But what you do for something like that is just take a Sharpie and color it in.
You do that with scratched furniture.
Yeah. So nobody knows that there's a chip there.
Well, I do. Nice. I can smell it.
You can smell it. Okay, and then I've got a round piece of floral foam that I'm just going to put in here, and I didn't take time to cut it into pieces to fit it in, so I am just...
She's corking her pot.
Yep.
You know what? Well done.
There it is. These are all things that came from Hobby Lobby this time. And then I got this piece of green floral foam. Green floral pick. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start cutting them with here they are.
Your wire snips?
Yeah. I don't know where my regular ones are. They're packed away somewhere in some project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking it apart, just pushing them in. And I'm just going to go down as far as they'll go. Because the foam is soft. What are you laughing at?
Richard.
Yeah.
Oh, Rich. What's he doing?
Oh, he's misbehaving.
If you have a prized egg, I'll bet it'd be funny to fill it with that crappy Canadian candy and then say, Peter Rabbit must have the vapors.
And the reason I got this stuff is because it kind of looked a little bit like
Clovers.
The green of shocks. Yeah. And so I'm just sticking them in.
This is a very simple project that anyone can do.
Because there's not a whole lot.
It's just using your creativity and throwing things together.
Nice.
I mean, even I could do this unsupervised.
And I'm doing it with just one pick because I didn't want to get more than I needed. And it just looks like wild clover because it's not.
It looks like when you grow herbs in your window or kitchen.
Yeah, it looks like an herb garden.
And if you want, you could always get moss and cover up the bottom of that before you put it in. But this is what it's looking like so far.
Okay.
It looks like she's growing herbs.
That's what I mean. It looks like an herb garden.
Yeah.
Then I got these picks from Hobby Lobby, and all of their St. Patrick's Day stuff is 40% off. So, it's not a lot of.
Yeah, where are the fairy lights?
This is too small to have fairy lights in it unless you have a stem of just
like 10 or 12.
And these were just a set of picks that I'm just going to take apart.
It's giving off serious Chia Pet vibes.
It is.
Plus, if she trims it right, it could be a Chia Pet.
I was gonna say, besides the herb garden, it has serious Chia Pet vibes.
Yeah. Peter's saying, yeah, that's a crafting that I could do.
I think I'm done with that drink. I'm not feeling that.
Okay, so I cut off all of these picks, and they've got spinny center.
Ooh!
Oh, nice.
So
clever.
You can get dimension on them. And what
this
I'm
is
doing
Hobby
is
Lobby or Dollar Tree?
Did you say dementia or dimension?
Dimension. And I'm just going to put them in there, and then I'll just turn them some so that they're not all
looking flat.
Yeah. And then you just stick them in wherever you want to put.
Wherever you want them placed.
Yeah, and I'm just going to use them all so I have none left.
I'm liking this one, Sherry. This is an easy one to approach.
It has fairy herpes, so Chia Pet fairy herpes vibe.
For those of you that have never heard Doug say that, yeah, that's what he calls glitter.
And what I may do is I may trim some of it.
Yeah, you definitely need to trim it back a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little. It needs to be more
overgrown and wild. It does need to be shaped.
So I will do that right now. Give it a little bit more.
Meanwhile, little leaves are going all over my room.
They're being kept on the paper.
No, it's a pot, and it's supposed to be a pot of gold. Where's your gold coins and the gold?
I didn't put any in this one.
Actually, Dougie suggested that we throw some gold coins in it.
No, that was a Richard. Not Dougie. Richard said throw some gold coins.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Some gold chocolate coins.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Richard. Yeah, it was chocolate coins.
You know what you can do is you can just glue a pick to those gold coins and stick them in.
Oh, that's true.
Does that look a little bit better?
Wow, is it already 2 a.m. there in over the pond? I guess
over the pond. Yeah, it's 8 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought I had insomnia.
Dougie, thank you for joining.
Ciao.
All right. Good night, Dougie. That's funny. We'll have people watching us that will log off at 9:00 on the East Coast and say good night.
Yeah. What do you mean it's good night?
And it's
people from France, the south of France, watch us
on it, but it's and then, you know me, I like to have my bows.
Oh dear Lord! Seriously?
What I may do is, I don't know, because I've got these little jewels that if I wanted to, I could glue them onto some of the leaves, but I don't think I will.
No.
It's already bedazzled enough.
But I have the ribbon.
There's nothing supplement on the thing either.
There's no sublimation.
Sublimation.
There's no glue. There's no sublimation.
No hot glue.
There's Mod Podge. There's nothing. It's just scissors.
Yeah.
No, it's a very simple craft that anybody can approach. And like I said, it's great to have. I know the big thing with a lot of people are what they call tiered trays, where they get all kinds of little things for the different holidays and put them in these trays. This is something that could go in a tiered tray. This can also just go by itself in some little, like on a little coffee table,
Clover herpes.
bookshelf.
It is.
Anything like that would work just fine for this little craft, where you don't have a lot of space, but you want something for St. Patrick's Day.
Is it me, or does that spool of ribbon look like a miniature record?
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
No, at least it's polyester.
Yeah. Can we see it?
I can't see.
Well, wait.
You want to move
sorry.
it underneath.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm just trimming the ribbon.
Christy, I think you're right.
They would. They'd look
But you
very
would
cute
need to
on
put the Hallmark crown logo on the center one, a sticker on it.
Yes.
Yeah, you could. So this is what it looks like from the front. And then if you want to present camera, Arnie, I'll hold it up here.
Oh my goodness. That was a very quick, down and dirty craft. Very easy, and it looks great. And yeah,
like
Christy's right.
Everything came from Hobby Lobby. So you can go ahead and get, if you wanted to do something like this, you could do it by getting all your stuff at Hobby Lobby. But it's just a sweet little arrangement.
If you wait about a week or two, you can buy all this crap in 2 weeks, so you can make it for next year, and it'll all be pennies on the dollar.
I'm sure you could probably also get some supplies similar to that at Michael's or any of your other local craft shops.
You might be able to. I didn't go into any of those. I do know, like the one shamrock that Ben has back here on set, this one that's got the wood and the metal in it. I pulled that out today. I bought it after St. Patrick's Day at Hobby Lobby last year, because the tag said St. Patrick's Day 2024. Retailed for $10.99.
Yeah.
I got it for $1.06.
That's the way to go.
Always buy your crafting either.
Always look for a bargain. Always
Either right up to the day of or the week of. That's when they start clearancing it, or buy all the crap afterwards.
Yeah. Christy, there you are. There's a Michael Deere. Give it a shot. See what you can find for crafting supplies like that, and I'm sure Sherry could. Sherry's video can show you exactly how to do that.
Yeah, because I know that I didn't want one of those little plastic cauldrons that they sell in packs of 6. For favors and stuff. But I had seen these at Hobby Lobby, and I thought, oh, that'd be cute. And I was looking, like I said, for something really quick that I could get the stuff for and do, being that I wasn't going to be home this week and this weekend to prep any big craft. So,
for those of you who are wondering, the majority of the things that Sherry does put together during our crafting segments wind up being used as decor in our home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
I've been getting rid of a lot of stuff that I did in the very beginning, because I just can't.
We can't keep it all.
Yeah.
Now, how have you been mourning your crafting store? Now you're down 2. You had 3. Now you're down 2. What did you do? How are you doing with closure?
To be truthful, I had not been going to Joann a lot in the last few months, because they just didn't have what I was looking for, or if they did, it was, you know, it was not on sale and it was expensive. And I thought, you know what? No, I'll just, I'll just wait and see what's going to happen. Fortunately, I'm familiar enough with enough of the fabric vendors so that if I need something for quilting online, I know what I'm looking for.
Pete's asking, Sherry, don't you have boxes with barcodes like the Christmas boys?
No, I do not. I'm not that crazy.
We'll
I'm
be
crazy,
showing that,
not
by the
insane.
way.
We have a lot, but we don't have that much.
Our garage, he went in there on Thursday. He finally put all the totes and it was all done. I walked in and it was like, wow. Because there's the whole front is just,
it's a
floor to ceiling of just
it's
totes.
a wall of totes. So
but it's super organized.
You'll see it. I will be doing a video and showing you what we've done there. But that's for another show.
Yeah.
But everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight for this episode of PTV Live. I'd like to
I am looking forward to have some more of that cake. It's so good.
I'd also like to, again to thank the Velveteen Lunch Kitchen for joining us tonight as we talked about Jell-O, and I'm looking forward to seeing them also do Jell-O on Wednesday night.
Oh gosh,
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then Let's Celebrate TV. They're going to see about maybe putting some Jell-O somehow into a cocktail on their show on Sunday. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Next month is is Dream Book coming out in March?
Dream Book season is next month.
In April.
Wow.
Yeah,
Already?
it's coming in April.
Oh, I thought, next month we're already in March. Next month
so
would be April.
It's coming. We will be doing
Yep.
our annual Dream Book show when it comes out. So we're very excited about that.
Let's go shopping.
Exactly. We're really excited
We told
about
ourselves
that.
to behave because we saw all of our 2024 and that was not good.
Yeah,
that was a little.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, Chris.
I did. I couldn't help it. I added a little one of those jewels to the middle of the bow.
You be dazzled.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Cute.
Now, what's the moles on the side of the pot?
There's some shamrocks. There's like buckles, buckles to a leprechaun belt.
Oh, gotcha.
So you could use that for Halloween too. Like you can buy those
very easily.
It looks like a witch's cauldron, but you could put other stuff around it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if they have any after, I may get some when they're like 60% off. But these they didn't have too many of, so that's why I went and got one when I was thinking about doing it. I had seen it, and I was thinking about it, and then it came to planning for tonight, and so I went 2 weeks later and got one, and they didn't have too many of them left.
Oh, wow.
So,
well, glad you got yours. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll be back next Monday night for another episode of PTV Live. We'll probably have some more things to taste, some more surprises up our sleeves. But just tune in next Monday night and you'll see what happens. We're looking forward to it already. Thank you, everyone. I'm Arnie.
I'm a Doug.
I'm Ben.
I'm Sherry.
And you've been watching PTV Live here on Pepper Tree Villa. Get ready for your moment of groovy, which will show you us taking down the harvest garland. Now that all of our Christmas decor is down, this is the final video of that for the season. You'll see that. Everyone, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. It's time for your moment of groovy. Good night.
Ciao.
Good night.